Yes, sir.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Mario Benavente, and I'm your city councilman for District 3. I've been proud to serve this area that I grew up in myself my entire life. The story of many folks at Fort Bragg or Fort Liberty brought them here. I was born in Korea, moved into the Greens off of Ramsey Street and Murchison Road, and went through Luso Souders, Nick Gerald's, and of course E.E. Smith High School, the home of the Golden Bulls class of 2008. I joke that I stumbled a bit in college. I got my doctorate in undergraduate studies because it took me 8 years to get that 4-year degree. But I eventually got my head on straight, went on to law school, and was able to get my law degree and pass the bar exam thanks to NCCU School of Law. So I plan to be an attorney here in the city, and I want to work for my constituents the same way I plan to work for my clients. I want to be a zealous advocate for them inside of City Hall, and I want to make sure that all the priorities of those long-standing members of our community who built up their neighborhoods in Seabrook and Broaddell, who built up their communities in Cottonade, are getting to enjoy retirement, and that there's next generation leaders like myself and so many I see in the audience that are going to take up the mantle and take up the helm and continue to grow Fayetteville into the best city in this state. Thank you.
Thank you, council member. Before we ask the question for 3, now would be a good time to bring up, we did invite all of the candidates to participate. Some of the candidates were not able to make it today due to various personal crises and issues that they had. So our opponent is not here for 3 today, so we will have 1 question that we will ask for our District 3.
You won't have to worry about rebuttal. The city has enjoyed a tremendous boon in real estate development and with the expansion of the Cape Fear Valley Hospital. With this additional growth has come challenges with stormwater. What is your plan to work with other agencies and the community at large to address these issues? And how do you propose updating city infrastructure in these areas? And where will you get the funding?
Absolutely. So when I first got onto city council, I came in as the guy ready to reform public safety, and those were some of the top priorities. And then I checked my email inbox, and I saw what was flooding those messages from the citizens, and it had everything to do with speed bumps and stormwater. And those were issues that I didn't realize were truly at the top of everyone's mind in this city, and particularly in my district. The Eccles Park community, for example, doesn't have the stormwater infrastructure that so many of our communities enjoy. It was built at a time when there weren't such standards, that there weren't such development ordinances. And so when it rains, over there it floods. The ditches no longer cut it in this era of global warming. So we need to look very deeply, not just at the quantitative data that our maps and analysis and engineers can see, but I made a point of bringing our civil engineers to Eccles Park, for example, walked with my neighbors up and down the street, taking qualitative data on what people's real experiences are. Not just what the maps show, not just what the data shows, but when people's houses are coming apart at the seams, when people's driveways are caving in, because we are still not totally investing in making sure that every one of our neighborhoods has the infrastructure that they deserve so that they can preserve their homes and preserve their investments. I want to make sure that as we are working with PwC and growing all their infrastructure across the city, that we don't neglect the communities that have been annexed, which include many in District 3, who've been paying for many, many services for many, many years and are still waiting on something more than just a ditch in front of their yard. So as you guys know and probably have seen on the news and elsewhere, I'm a fighter. I'm someone who doesn't sit quietly and idly by, just putting my thumb up and down once every couple of weeks. I make sure that when there's a priority to be achieved, especially for my neighborhoods, we're going to achieve that goal together with all the relevant partners. And if money is the last obstacle, we'll be able to get that as well. So thank you.
Thank you very much for our candidate and incumbent from District 3.
Thank you.